morning students. Welcome to E-classes. I am Rajen. Today I am going to teach you chapter 3 class 9, that is the flower structure and function. First of all, we should know what is the importance of flower in the plants. Actually, when we see the plants, obviously we like most flowers in that, or why we like it, there is a reason behind it, because it is most attractive part of the plant. Okay, or you can say that there is another importance of flowers in the plant is also because it have all the, just you can say that the male and female part of the plant also, or you can say that it is the part of the plant by which we can assume the new plants. Okay, apart from that, in chapter 3 we will just the key features, that is what we'll study in the plants. I am telling you importance of the flower. Just I am telling you right now what is the importance of flower, by which we cannot assume the new plants also, or we can say that it is the most attractive part of the plant. Okay, and flowering plants, floral walls, nectaries, complete or incomplete flowers, or essential and non-essential parts of the flower. Okay, so first of all, I have told you about the importance of flower. Now, the second key features is flowering plants. Most of the plant are, or you can say the plants or the where we lives around us, the plant is found, that is known as flowering plants, or you can say that the angiospermic plants are also called flowering plants. Okay, but some also plants are there, they have no flower, that is cycas, pinus, redwoods, pines, firs. These are some plants, they have no flowers at all. So we call it gymnosperm. Okay, gymnosperm, that means naked seed, because they have no flowers, only seeds having appeared in that. Now the floral whorls are there, that means floral whorls. Before starting the floral whorls, I would like to tell you, first of all, there is an important figure that is known as a typical structure of flower. Okay, so it is a typical structure of flower. I would like to introduce this figure. Okay, first of all, when we see a typical flower, first of all we see that there is a structure of, in between there is a broad part of that is known as stigma, and below the stigma it is a cylindrical part that is known as style, and when the style comes down there is a swollen part that is called ovary. Okay, and it is inside the ovary there is a ovules, and ovule is nothing but the female reproductive part of the plant. Is it clear? Now, when we talk about the stigma, style and ovary, it includes pistil, or we can also say that gynoecium. Okay, a gynoecium or pistil is a female part of the flower. Now, if we see The male part, it is the anther, okay. It is bilobed structure, anther or the male part, and the lobe which is attached to the basal part of the flower, that is known as filament. And both anther and filament get together and it is called a stamen. Or we can also say that it is a androecium. Androecium, yes, I am writing here androecium. Androecium, okay, or the male part of the flower, okay, that is okay. Now when we come to the basal part of the flower, there is a holding structure, or you can say that the structure which is just swollen or the broad stalk, it is called pedicel, from where the all floral parts of the flower are arises. Actually, if someone asks you how the flowers generate in plants, there is a reason behind it. You can also say that it is a part of the plant of shoot that is modified in the flower, and the leaves which is responsible for the various parts of the flower. Okay, someone asks you, can you tell me how the flowers generate in plants? So this is the reason. If the shoot, or you can say that the specialized shoot, it is converted into the flower, and the leaves, that is, makes the floral parts of the flower. It is just modified part of the shoot and leaves. So we were on the pedicel, or from where just the broad part of the stalk, from where the sepals are arises, it is green in colored, okay. From where the petals are arises, it is colored structure, by which you can say that the insect attracts in pollination, or you can say that the petals help in pollination by the different colors of petals, as well as pink, as well as red, as well as orange, even as well as white is also there. So, and in the basal part of the stalk, there is a nectaries are there. Nectaries, in sense by which we can say that all the insects come to take the nectaries, and it is very sweet in taste. And some flowers also they produce the high nectaries, and some also flowers they produce the less nectaries. But to get the nectaries, many flowers sit on the flower or the petals, and from that the pollen grains are attached to them. Okay, these are the structures which helps in pollination. Now when we are talking about the floral whorls in sense, that means there are some whorls of the flower. Whorls of the flower, we can say that approximately there are 4 whorls of the flowers exactly. First is sepals. After sepals, the inner side is petals. After petals, stamen is there, and the innermost part, that is ovary and ovules are there. That is the female part of the flower. Okay, this is the whorls of the flower. Just I want to tell you here, the floral whorls are there. That means there are mainly 4 whorls. It includes sepals, it includes petals, it includes stamen, okay, or androecium, and the innermost is gynoecium or the pistil. Okay. Apart from that, just I want to tell you, this is, I have told you the nectaries, or now we come to the complete or incomplete flower. Why, which flower we can say that it is complete and which flower we cannot say that it is not complete. That means any one of walls is not found in the flowers. It may be sepals, it may be petals, it may be anther or the just stigma or ovary. Yes, we were saying about the complete or incomplete flowers. That means the flowers, they have some structures called complete and incomplete, and that structure is that if any one walls, that means sepals, petals, or you can say that the anther or the stigma, or the you can say that in other words the male and female flowers parts, if any walls are not present, we can say that it is incomplete flower. And if all walls are there, we can say that the complete flowers. Okay. Now it is essential or non-essential flowers. That means there are some parts in the flower which is essential, and what is that? It is the reproductive part of the flower. That means pistil or androecium, or you consider the stamen is there. It is the most important part of the flower, or you can say that the essential part of the flower. Why we call it? Because this, if these parts are not there, there is no assume of reproduction, or it may be a fertilization and so on. So it is very important and the essential part of the flower. Okay. And non-essential part which doesn't take in the reproduction but it helps in doing so. That is, sepals are there, okay, petals are there. These are the essential organs or the non-essential organs which helps in reproduction, pollination, or it may be. Okay, so it is helps in reproduction, but it is not directly take part in the reproduction. So it is non-essential parts of the flower. Okay, or there is another thing important of the sepals also. It also just produce energy when the flowers in the bud stage. It is green in color. I have told you, being green, it does photosynthesis and gives the energy to the flower until they are not becoming a flower, complete, just open flower. Okay. So apart from that, I have told you all the enclosures or the key points what I have written in the blackboard. Okay, and about this the typical structure of the flower. In the just next I will tell you about the one by one the importance of calyx, corolla, how they are just get together, if they are not found, if they are found separately, what we call it, if they are found fused, what we call it. Okay, so I will just I will tell you later on the next. Yes, students, as I told you that we will discuss about one by one the different types of floral parts. Okay, or the part which is important for the flower. Yes, let us take first of all first part, that is the outermost structure, that is known as calyx. Okay, as we see the calyx in the flower, what we see that the calyx is looks like a outermost part, or you can say that greenish color structure, and they are just found 3 to 5 in number, or we can say that a number calyx, what we say in the other form, sepals is the individual name, but a group of sepals we call it a calyx. And same in the case of petals also, or the corolla. A group of petals is known as corolla. So let us take about the calyx first of all. So calyx, what did I tell you about the calyx? It is greenish part. 3 to 5 sepals are found in that. Okay. Apart from that, there are some plants which have the green calyx is there. That means, colored calyx is there, and that is known as petaloid sepals. What we call it, that condition is known as petaloid sepals, and it is condition. This type of condition is found in gulmohar plant. Okay. Apart from that, the plant have many types of forms of calyx are also found. That is, in some plants you can see this scenario of the calyx is what they have the separately found, or they are not attached to each other. Okay, that condition is known as polysepalous condition, or it is found in the radish and mustard plant. This type of conditions, or you can say that the free sepals are found. In that condition is known as polysepalous conditions. Okay. Apart from that, it is just seen in the radish mustard, I have told you. Apart from that, there is a, yes, you can see here the next condition, that is known as gamosepalous condition. That condition when comes, when does this sepals are just get together, or you can say that they are just attached each other and they make a cup-like structure is there. You can see here cup-like structure is there. That is known as gamosepalous condition, or in which the sepals just they are not fused, they just come to each other, or they attach to each other or together and make a cup-like structure. In that China rose, I have given you the example. China rose is there. Just in China rose plant, you can see the sepals condition, that is looks like a gamosepalous condition. Okay. Apart from that, I have told you there are so many functions of sepals also. First of all, what is the functions? It defends the floral part. I have told you it is the outermost wall of the flower. So when it is in bud condition, okay, all the floral part which is embedded in the flower, it is defended by that. First thing. Second thing, it is green in color. Obviously, it is green in color. Then what is the function? Due to greenish, the photosynthesis occur in this, and it helps to give the energy of the bud or the flower to blooming. Okay. What did I tell you? The first thing is to defend the structure of the flower due to the outer wall. And the second is what? Due to green, it occurs in this, photosynthesis occurs and the energy is synthesized. Okay. And the third is due to green is also a colored. So pollination also, in the pollination, with the help of or just together the petals, it also helps in pollination. So it is all about sepals. Now we come to the petals conditions. Somewhat it is similar to the sepals condition, but I will tell you because there is some different also. In petals, you can say that it is also 3 to 5 petals are found, but the conditions, or it is very large in size in compared to the sepals. You have seen in any flower what is the size of petals and what is the size of sepals. It is too large, or you can say that it is very large in compared to sepals. and it is also found 3 to 5 petals in a flower. Okay, and in some flower there is a green petals are there. That conditions are sepaloid petals. As I told you in the case of sepals, their colored sepals are there. In that case, I told you what petaloid sepals, but here sepaloid petals. That means it looks like a green in color. The petals which looks like green in color, that condition is known as sepaloid petals, and it is found in the plants, some plants also. Apart from that, you can see here, these are the petals which is looks like free form. That condition is known as polypetalous condition. Okay, polypetalous condition, and it is found in mustard. You have seen also. In the case of mustard, sometimes you have plucked the flower of mustard and you have plucked the even the petals also, and you will get there. Okay, and it is seen in the mustard plant. Now the same here also, in some plants gamopetalous condition are also there, in which all petals are fused each other, or partially, or they may be completely. Okay, if they completely fuse, they totally make a just cylindrical structures, which is it is completely fused, and it is found in petunia. You can see here in this petunia conditions, although completely fused, the sepals are totally fused, and it is looks like a cylindrical structure, that is known as gamopetalous condition, or the completely fused petals are there. Okay, so sepalous and petalous conditions have been finished. Now the function of corolla, or you can say that the petals, it is also very important. First important, or the first thing is there, we know that petals are the colored, normally colored. Then what does it do in the flower? It is very important. It is play a very important role in the pollination, because due to the various colors, the insect attract on it, and due to that the pollination occurs. They will sit on the petals. Okay, the pollen grains is stuck to their bodies, and when they just go from this flower to another flower, the pollen grain brush off there, and the pollination occurs. In this way, the pollination, it helps in the pollination also. Okay, in some plants, what does the petals have? Already they have some smell in there. You can say that when we touch the petals, they have already the smell, or the sweet smell is there. Okay, for the attracting the insects for pollination. So you can say that the petals has also characteristics to attract the insect by just sweet smell, or even the nectar is also there in the base of the petals. Okay, for that, if I have told you this point, petals, in this way the insect comes on and sit on the petals, and just try to get the nectar from the basal part of the ovary, and they just stuck to the pollen grains, and they just pollination occurs. Apart from that, it also the second word of the flower. So in its the inner side, two word also there, that is very important, or you can say that the essential words are there, and that is what? Anther and pistil, or you can say that the male and female part of the flower. You can say that it is also just attracted, or you can say defined by the that word. or the second word by the next two words. In this way, I have told you these two important parts or the first and second words of the flower. In this, the parts of the flower, I have told you about the calyx and corolla in detail. Next, about the androecium and gynoecium, we will talk later on in the next class. Thank you and have a nice day.